I've gone viral quite a few times over the past few years, from covers to remixes to random beat flips. Some of my songs have over 30 million streams and some have like billions of views across social media platforms. And I'm not gonna lie, for a long time I really thought I was just getting lucky, like right place, right time, nothing more. Recently though, I decided to go back and study all of my most viral songs, and what I found was it's really not just luck. Like, there's always a deeper reason why something went viral. There's this famous saying, you know, the one that goes, luck is where hard work meets preparation. And personally, I think that's really what virality is. Like, you can't force a song to blow up, but when you're prepared, when you've worked hard enough, when you've been consistent enough, crafted the right sound, told the right story, and then with all that, the timing is also right, boom, you might catch a wave. It's just like in my last video when I was talking about the most successful people are successful simply because they didn't give up. It's kind of like how consistency, you're just throwing things at the wall, hoping something sticks. Well, if you throw enough things at the wall, something might stick. But if you never stop throwing things at the wall, eventually something literally has to stick. And by the time it does stick, hopefully you're prepared to capitalize on that. So in this video, I want to break down what I've learned from going viral so that you can think differently about how you create and release music. Let's start with my claim to fame, my biggest track of my entire career, Steven Universe. So yes, when I originally made that song, it went viral on TikTok. And then over time, more and more people started using it, and it kind of took on a life of its own. And for a long time, I'm like, damn, all right, I guess people like the song and they started using it in their videos and they just snowballed from there. That's all I could give someone if they asked me, hey, Dre, how did it happen? But in reality, when I really studied it and thought about it, I realized that the melody, for example, is just very, very emotional. Like, I personally feel like the melody in the beginning of the song really pulls on people's heartstrings. So that's the first thing that will catch someone's attention, outside of the fact that it's based on a really great show that has a lot of nostalgia tied into that. But this song got billions of views across social media, and a ton of them had no idea what Steven Universe even was. Some people even think I created the actual theme song for the show because they just haven't even seen the show. So normally I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, I did a flip of a theme song that's popular and that's why it went viral. But in this case, a lot different. So in my opinion, when I studied it, I realized it was very emotional and it was very chill and it was kind of ambient and laid back. It just made for a perfect storm of a sound to use in the background of videos. The videos people were making with the song were going viral themselves, whether it was an emotional cat video of how someone saved a stray cat, or, you know, somebody talking about a family member, or anything that kind of pulls on people's heartstrings. That's a lot of stuff that was going viral. But then obviously over time, when it comes to platforms like TikTok, people see those videos going viral, they see the song that's associated with all these viral videos, and they're like, okay, I need to use that sound to go viral too. And then that's when it really snowballed beyond my control. But the one constant, whether it was cozy edits, anime montages, relationship videos, is that people found their own meaning to it. Like, even when Will Smith used it, for example, it was kind of an emotional video. He had a book where he was being vulnerable in it. So in my opinion, one of the keys to Steven Universe's virality was the emotion and the versatility, whether it's just used as background music or used as like a vessel to trigger emotions in the people watching the video that's using the sound. A lot of you guys might not remember this unless you were OGs on TikTok just like me, but I did a remix of this song called Love Songs by Cash Page, and I mashed it up with No Police by Doja Cat, and I called it Cash Cat. The reason why I did that is because they both use like the same instrumental for the song. And that remix, mashup, or whatever, it blew up. It ended up getting like 1 million views made to it on TikTok, and this whole dance trend was around it. It blew up like crazy. Now here's where this differs from Steven Universe as far as virality. Here's what I learned when I was studying it. So the song Love Songs by Cash Page, it was already trending on TikTok, and not only that, it also had a dance to it already. But the thing was, it was a slow song. And at the time, I was already kind of known for my Shibuya remix, which was a remix of Frank Ocean that was kind of dance, and there was a whole dance trend to that. So I was really kind of on a roll with these dance remix kind of things. So I saw that, and then I also realized that they used the same instrumental as Doja Cat's song No Police, so I mashed it up, put some upbeat drums behind it, some more dance vibes, and then I posted it. The TikTok, it went a little viral, but the sound started going crazy, and guess why? Because people just started doing the exact same dance trend that they were already doing to Love Songs by Cash Page, but now to my mashup. So that started blowing up. It has like over 4 million views on YouTube. I couldn't really do anything with it. I couldn't release the instrumental, so I wasn't able to capitalize really on that viral success as far as like monetization goes, but it definitely was a big moment. All the big TikTokers at the time were using it. Sarah Magusera, Charlie D'Amelio, a bunch, dude. So it definitely put my name on the map as far as like TikTok remixers go. So how I figured Steven Universe success was based on the emotion, versatility, and like nostalgic vibes of it all. This one also was not luck. This one was more so trend awareness. I didn't invent the moment. I didn't invent the viral trend or dance. In this specific case, I just dropped the right thing at the right time and in my own way. So like I said earlier, there's always something deeper at play than just posting something and the algorithm gods deciding to shower it with love. Let me give a more philosophical example of what I'm talking about. So recently I saw this interview of Anthony Mackie, you know, the new Captain America, aka Mr. Clarence Parents had a real good marriage. But in this interview, he basically was saying that success is given and not earned, which is kind of like the opposite of what most people preach, right? And like, I kind of disagreed, but I saw his point. He's basically saying like, you know, you might see all these actors, a director sees them, pulls them out, and gives them their success or whatever. And I'm like, all right, whatever. But then I recently watched A Complete Unknown, which is a Bob Dylan biopic with Timothée Chalamet. And mind you, I know nothing about Bob Dylan. I've never even heard a Bob Dylan song like intentionally, maybe like in a movie or something. But in the movie, Bob Dylan flies out to like New York and he sings for these old folk musicians. One of them is Pete Seeger. Again, don't flame me, didn't know the guy at all, but they liked the song and then they ended up like taking him around, putting him on stage and all these different things, and eventually got a manager, and that's how he ended up with a label and all this stuff. So an Anthony Mackie type could see that and say, okay, see, that's an example of how Bob Dylan's success was given to him. But on the flip side of that, right? He's in this like hospital singing to these two folk singers, and one of them's like sick, and they love the song. But if that song was ass, the moment probably would have gone nowhere. So was the success really given to him, or was it earned by the years of hard work and learning how to write music and all this kind of stuff that led up to that moment? And that's also how I look at going viral. If your song isn't ready, the moment's not gonna matter. Like for all the viral songs I've had 10 other songs that have completely flopped. And even in the time since all those viral songs happened, I've tried to replicate those similar successes. And sure, like within the past year or two, I may have had 1 or 2 things kind of pop off, but nothing as big as Steven Universe or Dear Katara or like all the stuff in the early days. So to reiterate, it's not just luck, it's not just talent, it's not just right place, right time. It is about hard work. It is about getting those reps in, getting those 10,000 hours in. And then it's about the right song. It's about the emotion, like I said, the versatility. And then it's also about the trend awareness, because there are ways that you can analyze trends and insert yourself into there to kind of force a viral moment every now and then. But ultimately, the music has to connect. So yeah, after studying all my viral songs, I did realize there was a formula, but not like a copy-paste blueprint kind of thing, more of a way of thinking. A pattern in the emotion, the timing, the presentation, and the storytelling. So I put all my findings in a new masterclass called The Formula for Viral Music, How I Made My Biggest Songs. In this class, I break down 5 of my biggest songs: Steven Universe, Gravity Falls, Boondocks, Shibuya, and Married Life. Not only do I open up the project files and show you how I made them from scratch, I also go over why I made them, what made them go viral, and what I did after they went viral to capitalize and monetize that virality. If that sounds like something you could get value from, hit the link in the description and check it out. Whether you join the class or not, I hope this video helped you think differently. Going viral isn't random. It's not just about luck. It's about being prepared and being ready for the opportunity when it hits. So keep working, stay intentional, and when the time comes, you'll know what to do. Appreciate you watching. Drop a like if this hit, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.